Hello fellow YouTubers, Trouble8385 here at the YouTube Gaming Community number 73. So first things first, YouTube has been in the news a lot the last couple weeks if you haven't noticed. The first thing I saw about YouTube a couple weeks ago was that YouTube, because Charlie Sheen has become such a sensation being an actor and all that famous, that YouTube is now hoping that this allows them to draw more famous people, realizing that YouTube is no longer just a small, little internet thing that there aren't many people watching anymore. The other article I seen this week from USA Today say that YouTube will be getting an overhaul, especially the front page, and they will be putting premium content on the front page, and they're going to also be a category like arts and stuff like that, because YouTube wants to go after the premium content. Because in the survey it says, and of course I don't take much heed in studies or surveys, because if you ever actually look at the truly bottom, like you'll see whoever paid for the survey is usually the company that wanted something against whatever it was. Like let's say it's NutraSweet, then you see a survey come out saying how bad sugar is for you, that they paid for it. This always happens with surveys, but in this survey it says that 7% of younger people ditch their cable and satellite for internet, which I do believe that is happening. I do believe that is true, because I spend more and more of my time on the internet than I do ever watch a TV anymore. It's actually very select few cases that I do. If I'm not streaming on Netflix or YouTube or whatever, I'm online. So also in the news was that YouTube also said that in the coming months, because one of the things they're going to now give partners is something that they've done for a while. Like they've streamed concerts and big events on YouTube. Well, now over the next several months they're going to be rolling out to partners the ability to live stream on YouTube, in a sense going after Blip TV and Justin TV. And when I was listening to This Week in Tech podcast, if you've never listened before, they said something that amazed me about YouTube. They said YouTube has the ability, and it's embedded in YouTube, that if a person on YouTube, especially a partner, records video in 3D, that if the person's TV or monitor and stuff has the ability to play 3D, that they will play the videos in 3D. Now, we've all been wondering for several months now, what has YouTube been up to? They've constantly been doing updates, they've constantly been changing stuff, good and bad. They've given everybody the ability, a lot of people mostly, the ability to make videos 15 minutes or longer. And quite simply, YouTube clearly wants to be the internet, the TV version of the internet. In other words, you can go there and watch anything you want. Now, in all these articles, YouTube stated, frankly, that they're trying to balance premium content while still allowing YouTube to be that person that comes out of nowhere to make content and grow up to blow up. They would love more to still have, or most people have their talent and shows come from homegrown talent, because people put all the effort in the work in making the show. They know people love what they do, and so that person's liable more to stick with it than someone who comes in and gets paid a lot of money who just to do this for whatever reason, and then obviously after a while say, I don't want to do this anymore. So now our topic of the day was ironically someone who sent this to me, whose channel is now gone. And in certain places in the community, this person is very controversial. People like him or don't like him. But since his video is gone and the channel is gone, I'm not going to mention the person. But the thing I was going to mention from this video was, what do you think the rules are when a person gives another YouTuber a game or something in the mail? Because I think sometimes this gets mixed up, because either the person who gives either expects too much from the person getting it, or the person getting it doesn't respect the person who gives it to them sometimes. Because for me, the only person who's ever sent me anything was old school NYC Gamer. He sent me some games, which I will never get rid of if anybody sends anything to me, because to me, the fact that someone spent the time and money to send it to me, I will always cherish that, and I always keep it. Even if I have enough stuff where I had to put it, box it up or something, I'll never get rid of that stuff. If I had to sell my whole collection, I would still keep that stuff, because somebody sent it to me. But here's the thing: when someone sends something to somebody, whatever reason it is, sometimes I think they have too many expectations. Because the truth is, once you send somebody something, whatever reason, once that person gets it, truthfully, they can do whatever they want with it. They could play it, they could give it away, they could sell it. Now, do I think that person who receives it, out of respect for the person to give to them, should either say, hey, I already have this, or hey, I'm going to sell it, or hey, I'm going through tough times, I'm going to have to sell it, or whatever reason, I'm going to give it away in a contest. Or hey, you know what, I don't need this anymore, I want to, do you want it back, or whatever. Just to respect, to send that person a message, telling them what you're going to do so they know what's going on. At least that's what I would do. So what do you think of the etiquette, the proper etiquette or thing between someone who sends somebody, and what do you think the etiquette should be the person who receives it? Because I really do think a lot of people have too high expectations who send to people, and I also, because sometimes people send stuff to somebody like they like their show, so they kind of like reward them. Hey, I like your show, I like you, I'm going to send this game to you because I appreciate, you know, what you're doing. Or other times they just send it to them because they think they're going to, you know, shout them out. I mean, some people do that. They send people stuff to get shout outs. But what do you think on the subject? I will read some of the comments on next show. So I'm going to read 3 comments from YouTube Gaming Community 3, basically on is painting or modifying your console defacement, or basically someone changing it towards their personality. And the first comment I have is from Spungy08 3. And it says, personally, I have no problem with the custom painted consoles. I show off my custom Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles NES and was proud of it because I spent a lot of time doing it, and it showed off my personality being a big Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan. I have an original NES, the one that I have owned forever, and my custom one that I picked up at a flea market. If you own it, you can do what you will, and it doesn't matter what others think. So that's his comment. My next comment is from Dinky Dana. I don't mind custom paint jobs. There are so many consoles out there that seeing a passionate gamer adding their own personal touch is nice sometimes. And last but not least, Last Seen Gaming. In my opinion, custom consoles will be great or bad depending on the skill of that one doing it, which is honestly very, very true. I have seen some very, very bad done paint jobs because either the person's never done before or they didn't know what they were doing. Now, videos to check out. And the first one's by Jill Poo 3. But before I show you the title of the video, I have to do this first. And you'll understand when I tell you about the video. Anyway, Nintendo Junkie Tuesdays, episode 46, tribute to all my awesome YouTube friends. If you decide to go to 9 minutes and 18 seconds in this video, he makes fun of me. And when me and my wife both saw this, because we both watched at the same time, we were both on the floor laughing the whole drinking coffee with several spoons and doing it like all the time. Was really, really funny. Honestly, really, really funny video. So check that out. Next is NiceandGames, not a viral video with the TI-99/4A, where he's talking to the system and the system was talking back to him. It was rather funny. Check it out. This is more of a comedy laden videos to check out this week. Next up is SteveBenway's Friday Talkie, new Commodore 64 and Amigas. Yeah, right. For those of you who don't know, there is new Commodore 64 that's been announced coming out, and somehow it's going to play the original Commodore 64 software, but yet be a modern PC. Because if you look at the things, it is a modern PC. So if you want to hear more about that and his opinion, check that video out. And one thing I've never actually talked about on here was Steve Benway has on his Retro Game Collector website, and I'll put a link to this below, a list of retro gamers on YouTube and their YouTube channels, where you simply click on the link and you can go to that channel. So instead of you endlessly trying to bounce around to find new channels, go to that list, find some of the people that are on YouTube on that list, because obviously it's not everybody, but there's a big list of people on there. Next up is Games81, Master Everdrive card for the Sega Master System review. If you've never seen that from the Master System, check it out. And next up is HappyConsoleGamer, Games for the P.O. Box, where he shows, over time, all the stuff that people sent to him, and he just shows it off in a video. So if you want to see some of the cool stuff, you got to check it out. And the next video is by PeteDorr. It's a thank you video, because PeteDorr just hit the 50,000 subscriber mark, so congratulations to him for hitting that milestone. Next up is Ianwilson1978, a new member of the Mega Drive family arrives. He got a Mega Drive CD, which looks really cool. It looks a lot different than the American Sega CD, so if you're interested, check that out. And if you want to hear some interviews between two people in the community, go check out Themegamancave, Mega Interviews, TheEMUreview, aka Jason Heine, Part 1 and Part 2. I will link both those videos below. And say you want some fun, cool, specially effecty video, then go check out FreddieW's Claymores video, and in the description he says, this is how Metal Gear always ends for me. Really cool video. Check it out. And next up is CoolGearReviews Let's End Unboxing Videos. It's a video that basically a comical take of making fun on all the people who do unboxing videos on YouTube. Next up, EquilibriumGaming's The Gaming YouTube Experience number 2. A really well done video, just like the first one, where he tells people his experiences and his advice on how to handle things on YouTube. A lot of great information and a lot of great advice in this video. Check it out. Next up, TigerClawTV, Epic Pinball DOS. If you've never seen this old computer game, check it out. And you want some more comedy, check out Tabe's Guide to Gaming During Class. A really well done video where he's showing you his techniques, or the comical side of trying to play games while in class at the same time and not let the teacher know that you're doing it. Really funny video. Check it out. And then Gilbix Bloopers Very Fast Pickups episode 1, where it shows you trying to make this video and all the bloopers he made during the video. Next up, Sniper Storm 7, every video game console in existence. There is a part 2, but part 1 is there are so many systems it shows. It shows every system one right after the other really quick in the video. So if you're interested, check that out. Next up is Scott Lewis Gaming Blog, Game Talk Gaming Regrets. Basically, the premise of this video is, what gaming regrets do you have? Is it a game you never got? Is it a game you sold? He tells you his experiences and memories of stuff he got that he wish he's gotten now. Really cool video. Check it out. And last but not least, Mark Fagier, new GC, or if you don't know what that means, the famous and never know where it is, Giraffe Clock. Location revealed April 2011. Breaking news. The Giraffe Clock is now with Crow 111. So check that video out. Now, for channels to check out, the first one is the Video Game Camp. He has 14 subs. He does reviews, gameplay, package, glitch, and this person was recommended for me to shout out by the Atari Junkie. Next up is Eldman66. He has 6 subs. He does gameplay and endings, and all of these different kind of gameplays for games are all in playlists on his channel. And last but not least, Corrupt Killer has 266 subs. He does pickups, and he just did a shout out / Q&A video. So next video, we're going to hit a topic that somebody sent to me, and we messaged back and forth, and he sent me more into it, and that is, the topic is the difference between the UK gaming community and the North American gaming community, and his opinion on it, and I will discuss that in the next video, guys. So see you Monday.